There are plenty of coordination and cooperation activities going around Ukraine, and of course, FAO is playing a role in that. Although most of the cooperation is focused on covering the immediate humanitarian needs of the people in need and the country and the sector at large. Everybody, of course, I think is thinking about the development and the recovery strategy, and FAO is not an exception. And we are, as of now, as you know, we are developing the early recovery strategy, which will cover the major activities of FAO in till 2027. And of course, the reuse of natural resources, specifically agricultural land, recovery of agricultural land after the military activities are absolutely in focus. FAO has pioneered, or together with WFP, the demining project in agricultural lands, which also has a specific component of soil testing and recovery. That's one example. Second example, we are currently developing the TCP, which is Technical Cooperation Project, focused on the integrated food energy systems. And again, as I've already said, this is one of the brilliant examples of circular economy, of course. And last but not least, we have designed, together with other UN agencies, so-called PDNA, post-disaster needs assessment, related to early understanding of the consequences of the breach of Kakhovka HPP dam. It was absolutely clear for us that the irrigation systems, first of all, are under a huge impact and will actually be collapsed. And the recovery of this will, if possible, will take enormous time. So, to ensure that, we have proposed to the partner international finance institutions some technical expertise related to decentralization of water sources. And again, I have discussed, I've told already that. So, last but not least, we are developing the strategy for forestry support strategy for Ukraine, which again is somehow linked with support of forestry-based value chains. And in the end of the day, it is also a part of circular economy, because biomass should end up in a professional way and not somewhere on. Biggest problem, of course, for Ukrainian agricultural sector, of course, is a lack of human resources. This is one of the biggest problems for the country per se, but for the agricultural sector, which depends from the human resources largely, is really crucial. This green transition, it's another term, is used to be driven by various circumstances. Not ended war, of course, ongoing conflict. Climate change is one of the biggest drivers. We have seen it, we can feel it by ourselves now. We're in the beginning of November, and we have quite, well, I wouldn't say hot, but not low temperature. We have a significant reduction in prescriptions. So climate change is obvious. We have huge migration, we have volatility of food markets, we have, in the end of the day, this gender disbalance, and so all these factors, they are absolutely relevant to Ukraine. And for us, the transformation of food systems is actually becoming the question of survival. So it is not the need, it is just a question of survival for our systems. And if we manage as a country to transform our food systems in line with our policy obligations, moving towards the EU AUKUS. If we manage to do it in line with the best technologies, we will certainly be able to keep the country's reputation of one of the global food suppliers on the same level, and we'll be able to continue making Ukraine the breadbasket, the global breadbasket. That's it.